Hello everyone, welcome back to the Minecraft video. Today, we are going to be testing 3 different combat XP methods to see which one is the most efficient. Now, as you can see by my inventory, I have been doing Charles for the past couple of days. 4 days to be exact. I was combat 42, and now combat 45, nearly 46. I've been doing a couple hours per day of the ghosts, since that's what I found out to be most effective, but I haven't necessarily tested. So today we're going to be doing 10 minutes of ghosts, then 10 minutes of tier for Revenants, and then 10 minutes of Zealots. We're going to be using the DSM XP tracker. It'll say how much XP we've earned, and it'll tell us how much we should get per hour. I'll be writing that down, and we'll be comparing which one's the most efficient after that time. I will be using a level 100 bull for it. I do have God Pots on, and I do have the Hunter Ring, so I will be getting 5% more combat XP. On top of that, I do have basically the max setup I can have. I have Soul Whip for the Sorrows, and I have this Livid Dagger, which I will be using for the Revenants and the Zealots. That shouldn't matter for the Zealots, and for the Revenant Horrors, this is basically what I can do. I'll be grinding the most efficiently I can possibly do. I have Necron. This is my setup. I will be using the same thing for each thing, for each different method. This is the best for ghosts, and in general, this is set is what I do the most damage in that isn't taking away coins. Now, we're first going to be doing 10 minutes of ghosts. Now let's head over to Dwarven Mines. Okay, and we're now in the Dwarven Mines. Now, in the last clip I was referring to them as sorrows. They're actually ghosts, and the ghosts that are down here. This area is a little bit more laggy since there's more for my computer to render as well as in general. So there's going to be a quick time lapse, just these with some music over it, of me doing that for 10 minutes. You will see my XP on this thing here, which is the Dankers mod. I find the most accurate when it comes to telling your XP gain. Here you can earn sorrows, which sell for like about 250k each, and then you can sell plasma to the NPC for about 20k each. So it's not much money, but it is a decent amount, especially if you're trying to make money. For this, you can either use a Flower of Truth, which is slightly less effective, or you can be using a Soul, which is the best weapon to use for it. I could recombobulate this, not planning on, but I have Swarm 5. Swarm is the ultimate enchant that you should go for since it boosts your damage with more mobs you have around you. It's Wither, Hot Potato Book, and all. And Giant Killer 6 is important since these mobs do have a lot of health. They have 1 million health each, and it would be helping with damage. I was just getting Thunderbolt and Triple Strike since you are trying to hit multiple enemies at a time, and this will increase damage. And then obviously Siphon over Life Steal since you're going to be critting, and you're going to need a Life Steal. For this one, you are going to need to be paying a little bit of attention since these can kill you pretty easily. So if you are watching YouTube like I do, or listening to music, or having a second play watching like Netflix or something, you need to be paying a little bit more attention to this than the other things. Revenants, I guess, Revenants can't necessarily kill you. These can kill you so easily if you stop paying attention for a couple of seconds. As I said, I will be using a level 100 wolf for this, so this is the maximum amount of XP I can possibly get. I do have max set up for everything to do with ghosts, and I will now be doing it for 10 minutes. I usually do it in first person. Some people will do it like this. It makes me dizzy, so I'm be doing it like this. If you want to know the mods I'm using, the XP trackers, the Dankers mod, I have SBE, and the overlay is just Apex. I just find the more space I have, the more I can pay attention to it. And I am using the Imperial texture pack, if you would like to know. So we're going to start the grind now. We will not be starting the grind now. We'll be starting the grind once I get back down there. Okay, so I'm going to start the Dankers mod. I'm going to be coming down here, and we are going to start. Now, with these, you can get the sorrows, as I said. You can make up to 15-30 mil a day if you do these for 4 to 5 to 6 hours per day, and depending how fast you kill them. To kill them, I usually just hold D or A and run around them in a circle, holding right click. Sometimes I get bored and I click left click a couple times just out of habit, but you primarily just need to run around in circles and shoot the soul whip at them. Swarm will increase your damage because you have so many mobs around you, and you basically just need to do this. The reason you pay attention is because if you don't, you can run into them, and if you run into the big group of them, they will instantly kill you no matter what you do. Yes, I've tried this. So we're going to be starting the time-lapse now. I've done a minute. We have 9 minutes left. At the end of it, I will pause it, and I will show you the XP gain that you will get. Each one of these give you 243.4 combat XP, as you can see, with everything, all possible combat XP methods and ways to get more. And before I actually start it, let's just put this in a backpack so you can see actually how much I've gotten. I haven't gotten anything yet, so we can also see how much money I would make in 10 minutes. We will make more in an hour since you'll have greater amount of time for things to drop. Sorrows, what you're looking for. Bags of cash, what you're looking for. Soul boots, I guess, sell for 77k, so that's also good. But this entire setup, you should use Necron armor, but Shadow Assassin armor will help. Will be fine. And Soul Whip costs like 17 mil, but you will make this back in about a day or 2 or 3, depending how much you do this. I have made a decent amount of money this past couple of days doing this. I think I was at like 100 mil. I was at 200 mil 2-3 days ago, so I've made 40 mil in the past couple of days. So now we're going to jump back to time-lapse. Okay, and we have a minute left, so for those last minute, I will be talking. I have made 1 SAR and 3 Voltas so far. Voltas still doesn't sell for anything, so I basically made 250k from drops alone. At the end of this clip, I will be checking how much money I made from the actual mobs, since they do drop 300 coins each. I will go look at what I had in the beginning, and I will calculate. Remember, I have an Emerald Talisman, which basically just gives me 1 coin per minute, so take off 10 coins from whatever I get, and that's basically what I got, but I won't be including that since it's basically nothing. So this is, I haven't died. I usually die like once per hour or per half an hour, depending on what I'm doing. And if I'm watching some things like WandaVision came out this morning, I was watching it this morning, died a couple times since was focusing on that a little bit too much. Oh, and we're done. So let's stop the timer. A little 8 seconds over, but so basically we got 115 XP in these 10 minutes and 8 seconds, and we average out to 684 XP per hour. Now this 684 will change depending on if you have like the level 100 wolf pet, or if you have like everything, but in terms of what I'm doing, this will be using the same items in every test, so it will be equal to whatever you get if you don't have the specific items. For these ghosts, I find this makes the most amount of money out of any of these methods. If it does turn out to be most efficient, I would highly recommend doing this. It does have a little bit of an expensive cost to actually start doing it, but what I have is a little overboard. You don't need Swarm 5, you don't need Withered. I do recommend getting a higher giant kill level, but it's not that you don't necessarily need it. Swarm 1 will also do good, but you don't necessarily need it. You can put a different reforge on your weapon, but just everything that I have isn't a necessity. It's just what I enjoy having since it's the most effective. I also find this XP method also gives the most consistent amount of XP, since with Revenants is since with Revenants it's how many mini bosses you get, and with Zealots you can have people stealing. So with this one, it's 9 times out of 10 this spot's empty. You want this big spot right here by the ice wall, which is right there. So for this, we got 115 XP in 10 minutes. I will be cutting to the next clip, which I will also say how much money I got. And I got 250k basically. This does nothing. And yeah, so now I'll meet you in the crypts. Okay, so if we're just killing the ghosts alone, in that 10 minutes, I made about 200k. I started at about 760k, or 239 mil, 760k, and now I'm on 960k. So I made about 200k in those 10 minutes, which is pretty good. So now we're going to do Revenants. The setup that I'm going to use is this, which is pretty good. Livid Dagger. I'm going to be using this just to kill it from distance. And I may be sword swapping, seeing how much damage I do with this, and if I can one or two shot the mob. This is what we got from the ghosts. I'm just leaving it here. And I still have everything. I have my wolf. I should actually grab out my bat phone. Alright. Yeah, so let me just reset the timer. Reset this. Okay, and now we'll have the... And now we're going to start the Revenants. I will start the timer, and we will be doing 10 minutes of Revenant Tier 4. Time lapse startups now. Okay, we have about 45 seconds left of the Revenant Tier 4s. I have been able to get in, I think, over 10. If you can see, I am Rev level 9, so I know what I'm doing when it comes to Revs. But this may not be the most effective way to do it. If you have more money, and I could get a Ink Wand and one-shot them, but it wouldn't necessarily do much in my eyes. This texture pack that I'm using wasn't for E-Boy's texture pack video. It's the boss mob things texture pack, and I'm using this just to spice it up. And I'm going to stop the timer there since so I cut it 4 seconds short. So I would have gone a little bit extra, but as you can see, this is about 100k XP per hour less. On top of that, I did 13. As you can see there, Revenant 4s, lost more money than I made. Now, I got 2 Foul Flesh, and Undead Catalyst, and a bunch of other garbage. I'm going to sell the Foul Flesh, because it doesn't sell for anything. 5k, not much. So, the Revenants are working at a decrease. Now, when it comes to Revenants, there's Rev Tier 5 that should be coming out soon, plus Auto Slayer. Now, this might increase the amount that I can get per hour, and I don't have to wait the 3 seconds for the Maddox bat phone. As well as the Revenant Tier 5 may give more. So, once that does come out, I can make another video on this. I may just do Revenants just because I have the numbers from everything else before. This you lose money with, and it's not that good. I wouldn't recommend this. You could do it during Aatrox. I would only do this if you really want to get Revenant Tier 9. You're not going to get much combat XP. You're going to lose money. And in general, it's not that good. So next we're going to do Zealots. Zealots is one of the traditional ways that, or an old-fashioned way that people get combat XP. I got up to combat 35 from Zealots. I have about 66,000 Zealot kills if you check my Sky Crypt. And I have killed a decent amount of Zealots. I have not done it in the past 3 months. Also, I ruined my perfect 1 million Revenants for 1 million XP and Revenants for this video, so you guys better like know. But we're gonna go on to Zealots now. We're gonna go to the end, and we're gonna run around for 10 minutes. And we're gonna run around for 10 minutes. We're gonna reset the timer so that we don't get any. This is pretty packed lobby, but this will basically be your average lobby when it comes to farming Zealots. Now, I am gonna switch to my young. I could be a frozen scyther, but I'm not gonna be like that. I'm gonna be doing this, and hopefully I can actually farm Zealots without having frozen scyther to kill them all. We will be testing how much it gives. So. That's right. Now, this should give less than the other ones, just purely off the fact that you have other people with you. In both of them, you could just farm it privately without other people interrupting you. Here, you do have to share a little bit more, which is okay, but like you are going to get less XP. a decent amount less. I'm not expecting this to make much, and okay, so you can make money from this. This is more because I have had 500 zealots before getting something nice. So I'm gonna include that in the money that we make, just because, just for the sake that you can get lucky. I don't know if you'll get an eye in every 10 minutes, but we're gonna count that as the money that we got from this. Yeah, so now I'm going to time lapse about a minute in. A lot less the XP than the other ones. It's not even averaging out to over 100k per hour, so I'm not expecting us to get a lot of XP, but this is one of the only other ways that you can really get combat XP efficiently. You can do 4/6s, but I'm not going to do that since I don't really have a dungeon set up right now, since I'm saving up for hype. So when I can do 4/6, this is everything outside dungeons combat method. And I may not even have to do this. I'm gonna go till about 3 minutes doing this, and if I can't hit over 100k per hour with this, I'm just gonna stop, because right now this is looking pretty pathetic in terms of how much I'm getting. But this, you can make a decent amount of money from this. I averaged about 2-3 eyes per hour, sometimes 4. There was a bug that I was actually I played during, where you can get about like 6 or 7 eyes an hour, so got a decent amount of money from there. But yeah, so this is not looking so well. We're going to be doing this for another minute, but this is not looking good. And I think this is more because of the competition. If I did have a private end lobby, it may have been more, but I think in general, just Zealots don't give much XP compared to what you have now. And this is the max setup possible. So if you guys do, you're probably gonna hit like 50k per hour, which isn't good. But for this is a lot less requirements for the other two, especially because there's a lot more money that you have to put in first in order to get it out. With the Ghosts, you will make it back easily if you do it for longer than a day. For Revenants, you're probably not gonna make it back. And with this, it's just bad. This isn't going so well. Yeah, I'm gonna stop this one here. I'm not even hitting over 100,000. I'm not even holding over 80,000 per hour. So, recommendation: don't do Zealots. Now, I could use Frozen Scythe. I could spend the 7 mil, however much it's worth nowadays, on it, but I'm not, because personally, I just don't think that this is gonna work out. I can't even get under 100k, and it wouldn't be that much of a change if I did. So I got one something. This doesn't really count since I had 500 zealots prior to this that I had till I got a summoning eye, so this doesn't really count. But let's go back to my island and let's just tally up the results. So from the 10 minutes of Ghosts, I got about 115 XP, 115,000 XP. From the Revs, I got about 50,000, I think, or 40,000, or 30,000, I don't remember. I will put the times at the end of the video. I'll put the times on the amount of XP I got on screen. And yeah, so from the Ghosts, I made about 200k from the just monies alone, and then so I made about 450k in 10 minutes. Now times that by 6, that's about 2.4 mil an hour. It's a decent amount of money. You do need like a 20 mil, you need like a 50 mil to start it, but it's basically just general PvP loot plus the 17 mil for the Soul Whip. I lost money doing Revenants, and I didn't get as much XP, I got 100,000 less. And then for this Zealots, no. I don't even know what I was thinking, no. Yeah, so that's it. That's the video. For the people that are here, like and subscribe. I'm planning on making my channel sort of like Undertaker. I really like his content, and I do a lot of just general grinding to begin with. So I'm planning on doing content like he does, where I'm just comparing items and comparing XP gain and just money. This for combat XP, I suggest going for Ghosts if you have money. If you don't have money, farm carrots or something so you can do Ghosts if you're in for combat XP. in the early game, just you know, just go to the end. Just like kill some zealots, you know, get money, build a carrot farm, and just do ghost. If you want combat XP, do ghost. That's the way to go. So thank everyone. If you're here, subscribe, like, leave a comment if you want. Not forcing you to. And yeah, it's a video. So thanks for watching. Bye.